Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another elimination bracket game. This is double elimination. We are in round 1 and we are in Europe. So we are in the upper part of the bracket, meaning that either team that loses here will still have a chance in the lower bracket to try and re-earn their chance in the tournament. This is a round 1 game. And we have Complexity on the left. They are fighting their way out of the lower bracket of the closed qualifiers, where they went 4 and 6, which was enough to get them through. And they unfortunately did not make it through in the open bracket. So they had to fight their way to get back here. Not the best score. And this is not going to be an easy matchup for them either. Heavily favored will be V3ndetta. In the top 5 of all teams in Europe in the open qualifiers, they went 10 and 0. Very heavily leaning towards V3ndetta, but Complexity, they have nothing to lose and everything to prove. Remember, even if they lose, they still get another chance. V3ndetta, they did not have to fight through the closed qualifiers. They just are in here. Let's see what they go with here. Penny Parker getting removed, taking it away from Complexity, which with V3ndetta on the offense, very sensible here. Gives them a little bit of an extra head start here. They've secured the Black Panther. Groot has been locked in for the side of Complexity. We're on Burning T'Challa here. This is a domination map. Magic and Strange are removed, as is Luna Snow. We don't see her banned too often, but she is one of the most prevalent healers. This has been Mantis is left open for both teams. We're seeing some Captain America being hovered by V3ndetta. That could be fun. And a Thor. Very aggressive front line to dive the enemy team here. Try and get themselves a bit of a head start. Looks like Complexity looking towards a Adam Warlock and Rocket Raccoon combo. A curious matchup. Let's see what they do with it. But first, let us start with V3ndetta, as they've already selected all their heroes. They are going to be on the offense. And they are going to have Aragar. Going to be playing the Black Panther. Zepto Rival. They will be playing the Hela. Atoxa will be playing the Thor. Happy Hippo, will be playing the Cloak and Dagger. Salmon is going to be playing the Captain America. And Spooky Kais will be playing the Mantis. Complexity on the offense. It is both teams are on offense, sorry. I'm a bit of a fool from earlier. It is going to be Fat Daddy 22 on the Thor. Monzes is going to be playing the Hela. Zaza Best is on that Groot. Taco is going to be playing the Namor. MBK05 is going to be on that Rocket Raccoon. And oh boy, that's quite the name. Hamstermusen, I'm going to assume German or Dutch, is going to be playing the Adam Warlock. In Complexity, they will start and get almost all of that initial points, but an immediate dive from V3ndetta. Salmon is deep into this backline right away, diving deep, trying to focus onto the group, getting healed up by the Mantis very aggressively here. Remember, these games are best out of 3. You can see the score at the top of your screen. Healing up very quickly, trying to take out Thor. They're going very aggressive. Ult already for MB, dropping as much damage as they can. They're actually picking off quite a few members of V3ndetta here. Going pretty aggro. Happy Hippo with the Cloak and Dagger, creating that big area of effect damage. Will get picked off though. And though holding the point at least for the moment. Agar with the Blast Descent. Try to pressure the backline. Antho is causing some damage in the backline as well. Took out Air Taco. Down goes Airguard. This is a messy start, but V3ndetta, they are controlling the point right now. Antho losing the Thor fight because there was quite a few more members of Complexity who have managed to retake, and they are going to start getting their own percentage. Quite a few shots coming in right as way as Zepto did drop that Goddess of Death. Here comes Thor, but Atox are taken out right away. This is solid defensive work coming in for the members of Complexity, but they are being driven back in the end. Zaza doing their best. Here comes Salmon going hard into the backline, trying to cause as much damage as possible. They're getting healed up by Spook Ice. They are deep in there, picking off the rocket as well, leaving space for Zepto to finish off more members.
Their team's capture progress has
Salmon
passed the halfway point.
rotating up right now. Hamster Musen taking a few shots. Oh, Punisher has been picked up by Ergar, swapping off of that Black Panther. And that turret's going to give him a lot of trouble. Need a little bit of a better angle here. Doing that soul bind to absorb some of the damage. Not be able to find too many hits here. Ergar with the high ground, dropping a lot of damage here. And yeah, we're not seeing a lot of contention from the members of Complexity to this high ground, meaning that they are just truly fighting over the point and dropping almost all their focus on it. Here comes the turret. The Groot shield is up, but they are getting burned down so quickly due to that turret damage. Nice splitting, using the cover. Thor onto it, but getting taken out fast. This is aggressive. Complexity forced off the point here. Many members are down. Hey, Toko busting out the Moon Knight, but it is too late as round one goes over to V3ndetta. We saw a little bit of a moment where they were able to recapture Complexity, showing signs of life. But V3ndetta, the favored team, taking round one of this first game. Let's see if we see any hero changes. Hamster Musen did not burn the Karmic Revival yet, so they still have that, as do they have the Hand of Khonshu. Plenty of good options here. God of Thunder is available. Quite a few ultimates available for Complexity. Whereas V3ndetta, they've kind of burned everything. All they really have right now is Ergar with that final judgment. However, Zepto on 95% already. They're going to be able to get that up quite quickly. MB has swapped off of the Rocket Raccoon and has brought out the Loki here. Let's see if that can turn their fortunes around. Well, they're at least going to take an advantage over some chairs. Spooky able to get to the point pretty quickly. Salmon looking for the right angle. Remember, they're sort of a backline dive. Same with a Toxa. Both of them look like they're already ready to just try and dive that backline, which they're going to do, but immediately healing coming out from Loki. Final judgment to follow up on the cap distraction, getting massive damage. The front line gets melted here. Groot down by Zepto. Ergar takes out Fat Daddy on that Thor. And already very aggressive. But we've got the revival coming out from Hamster Musen. Hamster Musen keeping the team alive. Can they utilize this to turn that fight around? Everyone is coming back. Groot is back here. Already they've lost Monzes. But they're still trying to pressure, trying to take out that front line, which they do. They've managed to grab a Toxa, but Air Toko is picked off to the side as well. Hamster Musen getting kind of zoned out here, not able to join their front line in the fight, as Zaza on the flank trying to set their team up, but their backline is nowhere to be seen because they're getting flanked. They still keep pressuring. Nice wall. That cuts off a side flank. This means they have a little bit more positioning here. The clone onto the Hela there. Nicely done by MB. That's giving them a lot better of an angle in order to try and take this fight and get some percentage, as we're already up to 50% for V3ndetta. This could be big. Air Toko has that Hand of Khonshu holding onto it for the moment. Disengaging, wrapping around from the side. Bad Daddy dropped the God of Thunder as they keep pressuring. Toko is doing their absolute best, and currently they are not being contested. Nice arc to pick up Ergar. Extra healing coming out from Spook Eyes to prevent this extra pressure. But finally, with Cat back, and here comes Thor. We see the pressure diving onto Etoko, And we're in serious trouble now, ladies and gentlemen, as Monzes forced to dash in, drop the Queen, the Goddess of Death, to just try and pick off some members and buy them enough time. But they need people on the point. 93%. Toko not there. V3ndetta the only one who might be able to make it, but they are just letting it ride. They dive, but it's too late. Timed wrong. And that is going to be game number 1. Going over to the side of V3ndetta. That was a strong performance, just what we would expect from one of the top teams from the Open Qualifiers. Going 10-0, no easy feat. Fatigues us to set it after a bit, and they clean up in this first game of the series. Complexity, they are now up against the wall. They've already used one of their lifelines with the closed qualifiers. They still have the lower bracket, even if they lose this, but they now can't afford to lose another map against V3ndetta if they don't want to be put onto that last lifeline of the lower bracket. I'm going to get the second map set up, but while I do so, check out this cool graph I found. I think you guys know what it means. Let me get that game set up. And we are back. It is map number 2. V3ndetta is now on the left. Complexity is now on the right. So we move into the banning phase. Magic getting taken out by Complexity. Not wanting to deal with that big backline dive. I am seeing Spider-Man, Black Widow, and Squirrel Girl hovers here. And a Hawkeye. V3ndetta. Interesting decision making here. We are going to symbiotic surface in his convergence with V3ndetta starting on defense here. They remove the Penny Parker being one of like the best defensive heroes in the game, choosing to forego it. They secure the Hela. It's done them well so far. This time, Lunar Snow is secured by Complexity, choosing not to remove it. Complexity with the third ban. They are removing Cap. Okay. A targeted ban against V3ndetta after that round 1. And now V3ndetta. The final ban. That is actually legitimately understandable, considering how scary it was. Removing that Loki is going to prevent a repeat of last game where we started to see Complexity show some signs of life and when they started to attempt a comeback. Remove that, you remove that alt steal, you remove that potential double Hela. They're just going to avoid that altogether. Monzes, Lunar Snow, Hamster Musen, who was healing last game, looks like they are going to get to play the Hela this time. Zepto, definitely the Hela for their team. They are going to be staying on that. Salmon, interesting. They're looking to at the Black Panther here. Let's have a look at our teams as we head into map number 2. We are in Europe. It is the Marvel Rivals Championship. Eternal Rivals, baby. It's Season 0, Doom's Rise. We are in the double elimination bracket round 1, and we have V3ndetta on the left. They are the favored team. We're going to ignore that. Spook Ice going to be played by the Lunar Snow. Salmon not going to be on that Black Panther. They are instead going to go with the Doctor Strange. Happy Hippo on Cloak and Dagger. Atoxa is on Magneto. More of an Asia-style frontline here. Zepto is on the Hela. And Aragar is back on the Punisher. Complexity are on the offense here with Monzes on the Lunar Snow. Hamster Musen, the healer from last game, is now playing the Hela. MBKO5, also a healer last game, is now going to be on the Magneto. Toko is going to be playing the Moon Knight. V3ndetta, also a healer, is in this case going to be Jeff. How you doing, buddy? And Zaza will be on the Groot. pressuring in hyper aggressively at the start. Groot's so strong, just in general, a little bit harder to play, but if you can drop those walls right, you can protect your attack while pushing up into the enemy bases or prevent wraparounds if you're on defense. Groot has so much value. Also, one of the highest DPS tags, if you can set up a great double wall to trap someone, you can melt them super fast here, and it's working at the moment for Complexity. The wall separating off those defenders, and they are ticking up already at the second tier until they activate that symbiote pod. Very solid start. This is great by Complexity. Much better looking. Aragorn taken out, and the symbiote pod is activated. We are off. Very aggressive start from Complexity, really showing that they are here and that they will not go down without a fight. MBK absorbing a lot of that frontline damage, the healing, so good, holding on to those barriers until they need them, not dropping either of them. And that's the thing you see a lot of Magnetos do, panic when they think they might be in trouble and just start spamming those barriers on cooldown. Here comes the Meteor M, looking for the backline, finds Hella, big blow up. And remember that Meteor, here comes the Punisher, trying to get it down, lockdown. Jeff, consuming multiple members, spits out Magneto, but while they have Punisher, they were unable to attack. That was huge. Complexity showing up. Here comes a counter Meteor M from the side of V3ndetta this time. Not able to pick anyone up. Salmon pick up Fandani. Monzes going down. V3ndetta in serious trouble here. Hamster Moosen barely standing, but still going hard. Getting healed up, utilizing that Goddess of Death for an extra 1k health while in that transformed form. They pile the pressure on. A counter Groot has been brought out by Salmon. Maximizing that damage output. Down goes Hamster Moosen. And Salmon driving them back. They're halfway towards that second point. Complexity. They're back in the game. I love the Jeff trying to just dive onto that backline and shut people down. Remember, you cannot eat the Punisher when they are in that... I forgot the term there, that final judgment. But if you can eat their team, then they're alone. They can be targeted down. That's what we saw. Zepto into that Goddess of Death, targeting down Air Toko. That's one. Now onto the Magneto, looking for two, and they don't find it. The magnetic barrier, too good. Fat Daddy isolated though as their team are forced to retreat. And V3ndetta are starting to get back some ground. They're going to be able to start creeping that symbiote pod back. Here comes Complexity, looking for their turn to try and turn this round. Fat Daddy, massive healing output. MBK drops a Meteor. M able to get a triple kill with that. Beautifully done. They keep the pressure on. That pod is moving again. And MB, at minimum, MVP for their team here. As this second map, they are showing that they want to take this to a map number 3 and keep themselves in this game. Lovely use of the terrain. Exactly the kind of situation you could do with Groot, but utilizing the map to prevent your enemies from pushing onto you. And there's Groot doing it again. They're buying push time by keeping the members of V3ndetta away. Lovely to see. Salmon taking a lot of damage. So many Groot walls making it a little bit difficult for MB to move around, but they're pressuring in. Here comes Atoxa with the Meteor M. Doesn't find much. Aragorn's back on that Black Panther and is immediately trying to pressure that backline. They've been able to grab no one so far. They've been able to grab 2 so far, sorry. Fat Daddy is down and Aragorn looking to make it more. MBK takes out Spook Eyes. Atoxa gets 2. And Aragorn is deep in the backline, setting up for Zepto to grab MBK. V3ndetta, once again, stopping the progress. And with only a minute and a half left, Complexity are running out of time, but they have made good progress. If they can get back onto this point, then this isn't the worst position to hold. It could obviously be better. You want to get that tier 2 at minimum. But they are showing up. They're playing very well this time. Good healing on that backline, dealing with that Black Panther. Blast Descent coming out. Fat Daddy with the dive to dodge out the way of it. They heal up, but MBK has been picked up at the front line. What is this happening? You can see the great walls being set up by Salmon has isolated them. Healing coming out. Zaza keeping them worked down. Hamston Mooson giving them the space. Down goes Jeff. Hamster Mooson taken out, and V3ndetta shut down once again. Complexity. No offense being able to be made here. Zaza getting isolated as well. If they can stagger these deaths, then Complexity are in serious trouble with 26 seconds left. Zaza is trying to stay alive until their team can arrive, but no! That's a huge staggered death. MBK swapping to the Strange at the last moment so that they might be able to portal in if they do need to. But instead, getting locked down by the roots there. And that is going to be round one with only a single point going over to V3ndetta. Complexity, 1 point. Can V3ndetta get 2 or just even further than that first one? 114, the distance to beat. V3ndetta, one of the top-ranked teams. They need a single point here. Let's see how they change out their composition on the offense. We have Aragaz going on to the Strange this time. Salmon going on to the Black Panther. A little bit of swap around for them as well. A Toxa off of the Magneto onto Psylocke. And we're seeing this, we've been seeing this actually from quite a few teams. When they only have to reach a certain distance, they go for speed and a hard dive composition. But it looks like they have thought better of it, and instead are going to move over to that Magneto. Although we do see at least one interesting pick with Zepto. Looking at the Squirrel Girl. Will they lock it in? Aragar on the Storm. They are swapping all over the place. Moving off the Storm onto the Star-Lord. And there we go. Zepto. They're just playing with me at this point. Zepto back onto that Hela. But they are standing still. And they stay on it. Aragar now on Namor. They are all over the place. Hamster Musen is back onto the Adam Warlock. Etako bringing out their own Namor.
4, 3, 2,
All right, looks like these are the final hero swaps we've had.
securing the mission area is your top priority.
And they're going with the Doctor Strange portal from a Toxa. Let's see where they're dropping. Going behind. Trying to find the right angle. And here it comes, right onto Etoko, who is being focused out. They're immediately able to get out of danger, though. Shield coming up from a Toxa. The first step, of course, is breaking out this symbiote pod so they can make some progress as V3ndetta begin to push their way onto the point. MBK getting frozen from that lunar snow, and they're being pushed off the point. The percentage beginning to tick up for the members of V3ndetta's Complexity are looking to try and re-push up, regain some pressure, regain some situational awareness, and try and gain some positioning. A Toxa dropping very low here. No ultimates available for anyone right now, and Toxa goes down. Complexity now in a position where they may be able to hold this first point. If they do that, we're going to a map number 3. They do clean out V3ndetta. The portal attempted, but solid defense by Complexity. Monzes now with that Lunar Snow ultimate at the ready. V3ndetta. They have 2 minutes 30 left. Once they've activated that, more time, of course, is going to be available. Begin coming out. This time we're going for an all-out frontal assault by V3ndetta. Portal still on cooldown, so they're just rushing in here. Zaza being the front line, being the hold. They've got the turrets from Air Taco, sending in big damage outputs, diving onto the backline. Happy Hippo. I accidentally paused it. My bad. Happy Hippo dashing through with that united front there. I'm pretty sure that's not the ultimate ability. I'm pretty sure I got that wrong. Complexity holding the line, though. They're still holding. They've driven back V3ndetta again. 1 minute 40. Could this be it? Could this be the comeback for Complexity? Their defense, very strong here. Toxa, portal, 30 seconds. So they've got one push and potentially a portal left. They also have that Eye of Agamotto. Salmon gets absolutely destroyed in the top of the screen there. Toxa's go for a wraparound play. But with Zepto down as well, is it worth it? Might it be easier just to wait for their team to respawn? They could portal from here and get their team from spawn and all wrap around together.
Only 60 seconds left.
Taco's turrets spotting the wraparound from Atoxa. Atoxa now drawing fire, rejoining the rest of the team. Look at limitation, but they're picked off here. And Complexity continuing to hold the line. Big stun coming out, but they are holding. Here comes the Horn. Knocks down MBK, and that could be big. Aragar looking to try and take this for their team. Hamstin Musen, all that's left, and with no Karmic Revival, they're going into the cocoon, and they're just going to let it go. They are going to go down, and that is V3ndetta. They're in the game with 24 seconds. They activate the pod, and now it's all about distance. Doesn't matter how long they took to get that first bit activated, but now it's about how far they can make it. 114 meters and 19 centimeters of what they have to beat. Pressure coming in. Happy Hippo doing good damage. MBK with the Meteor Air, but it's eaten beautifully by a Toxa. That was incredible. Just immediately Cloak of Levitation shield directly in his face to prevent anything from happening. Zaza on the defense with the Groot Roots doing huge damage. There's the hand of Konsu to try and lock him down, but they are getting decimated on this defense here. Fat Daddy trying to do damage, but again, look at a Toxa. The shield in the face. No ultimates for you. Cloak of Levitation, the Sephirim barrier, and they are shutting down every attempt Complexity have at dropping any of their wombos. A Toxa definitely getting MVP for their team as they're approaching 98, 99, 114 meters to go. Pressuring in. They've got that Lunar Snow ultimate for the extra healing as the pressure is applied. Zepto is in the sky, raining down pain, trying to separate out this defense. Aragon takes out Hamstin Musen, which means no raw revives. Pressuring in. Hamstin Musen is back, but is it going to be enough? 7 seconds, and down they go. A massacre on that defense, and that is going to be 2-0 in the games and 2-1 on that round. A smashing performance by V3ndetta, showing why they are one of the favorites to win this Season 0 tournament. Top in the open qualifiers, in the top 5 in fact, and showing exactly why. Complexity, not bad though. While they did lose 2-0, there are some signs there. They have a pretty poor map performance, but we still saw them give V3ndetta a run for their money from time to time. There is a lower bracket. There is still a chance for them to come back. They just seem to be getting better and better. As that series went on, they seem to be getting better and better. At this rate, they might win the whole thing. I know it's unlikely, but they just keep improving, and we love to see it. Looking at some of the stats here. 35k damaged blocked for Zaza. 34k for Salmon. Very effective there. Healing numbers, though, are where it's at. Look at that. 28k for Happy Hippo on that Cloak and Dagger. 21 for Spook Ice on the Lunar Snow. 31 for Monzes. Really coming out with the big healing numbers. Hamstin Musen, 8k. They weren't healed for some of the earlier games, though. Game 2, the first half of this second map, they weren't a healer, so we don't see as much this time. Very solid performance. V3ndetta, a team to watch as the brackets continue. If you enjoyed this game, make sure to leave a like and a subscribe. in the description, there are links to my socials, to my live streams for when I sometimes stream. Make sure to follow me. I'm enjoying doing this. Again, I don't have monetization turned on yet. I'm still trying to earn it on YouTube because I lost it after I stopped uploading for 2 years. So I'm trying to get back there. So these videos are brought to you out of the pure kindness of my heart and my own incredible selfish enjoyment of how much fun I'm having casting. So if you are enjoying, leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment saying how much you are enjoying the cast. Leave a comment saying which teams are your favorite, who are your favorites to win in each region as I release these casts. Who's your favorite character? Just give me engagement. Boost my numbers. I like numbers. I like watching the number go zoom. Just so you guys know, there is also, because I'm not trying to compete against anyone here, I'm just trying to make content. There is going to be an official cast, I believe, for the end of the championships, for the final bracket. I have not been invited to it. I will probably do what I have been doing so far and just maybe live stream it, but definitely at least cover the games. The games will be on this channel, assuming I can get them. If they're limited to stream in something, in some way or form, then obviously that's going to be a bit more difficult. But I'm here, I'm making content, I'm having fun. I hope you are as well. Anyway, that's it for me. I've been Tetcher, your caster for this evening, or morning, depending on what time you're watching this. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.